Greetings, life forms! With one of most hostile to warrior metas being family upon us, finding a build that not only survives but can hold its own is very important for both one's sanity and performance. And as you may have noticed, such build exists, and since latest patches minor Mace improvements, it's truly worth giving a credit to. We run Valkyr's Amulet with Relics of Wayfinder, Rune of Mesmer, 2 Maces with Sigils of Absorption and Savagery, and in backup, Staff with Sigils of Cleansing and Absorption as well. Skill-wise, we run Spellbreaker's signature healing skill Natural Healing, alongside Doliak's Signet, Bull's Charge, Shake It Off, and of course, Alcoholic Father Stance, aka Rampage. Traits we run: Arms 313, Strength 233, Spellbreaker 322. And now let's dive into details. The build's general premise is that of a classic Juggernaut. You're a 30,000 health wall of meat and you're extremely dangerous in melee. But your balancing factor is the lack of range. We achieve our terrific meat stack by playing with Valkyr stats and Great Fortitude, which grants us bonus vitality and ferocity based off of our power. Lack of precision from our setup is compensated for by Unsuspecting Foe, which gives us 50% crit chance against controlled enemies, which in combination with Fury we get from Opportunist on pretty much any CC, and in combination with innate crit increases from Strength and Arms, not to mention Attacker's Insight, is more than enough to go past the crit cap despite running pretty much no precision at all. Further than this, we have synergies across the board to carry this thing forward, starting with aforementioned crit steroids and continuing on to No Escape, turning our Mace 3 and full counter into effective stance by adding Immobilize. On top of that, attack speed from dual wielding stacks with Aggressive Onslaught's own quickness application, and the movement speed buff we get from Aggressive Onslaught stacks with that from Relic of Wayfinder, making us much more difficult to run away from. Resistance application we get from Restorative Strength and Revenge counter is also allowing us to combo straight through conditions like weakness, slow or blindness that would otherwise cut into our damage output from our target combos. The combos we speak of all seek to confirm any Mace CC into full damage chain with respectively all the short combo of Mace 3 4 5 4 1 1 1 or new longer route of Mace 3 2 burst 4 5 4 1 1, which both can be performed from standstill with 0 adrenaline. Longer route is only possible to do changes counterblow received this patch, making it now recastable to attack against CC'd foes. Generally, the long route is preferable when we're expecting enemies to have stun breaks, as they're unlikely to wait and eat damage until we get to dropping longer cooldowns on their heads, while shorter route is preferable when we want to front-load our damage output for whatever reason. There's also what I call reversed combo route of 3 4 5 4 2 1 burst 1 1 1, which utilizes vulnerability we get from Mace 4 hits in more optimal way, leading to more total damage, but is pretty much only needed for Condi Necromancers and fellow Valkyr warriors. Note that every one of those combo routes can be extended with Bull's Charge, by simply casting it instead of finishing once, noting of course that Bull's Charge cast doesn't scale with attack speed, and that's why it takes the same time as 3 auto attacks. Similarly, each combo can be started from Snap Pull or from Bull's Charge, with Pull being best followed with either of normal combo routes, while Bull's Charge is best followed with 4-2-1-3 burst 5-4-1-1-1 to optimize both the damage output and CC duration. That way, if someone panic stun breaks, you haven't spent your biggest duration CCs prematurely. Of course, there's a conundrum in relation to CC, or to be honest, many conundrums, of stability, ages, stun breaks and whatever else does the enemy throw your way. It's worth noting that Tremor in melee range technically hits twice, because the swing of your weapon and the projectile it spawns technically have separate hitboxes, so we can CC someone with it through blindness or ages. Another thing fortunate to us is that Revenge counter applies its resistance before the skill actually connects with the enemy, essentially making our full counters fully blind immune, even being able to copy the aforementioned blind onto the enemy, making their defense our defense. Similarly, after the counter is the best time for you to heal, as any healing cut from poison will be completely ignored. And poison cutting into our healing is very damaging to our sustain, as we depend on the percentage-based heal of natural healing to recover the health we spend in combat. And the word spend, I mean literally, as we use our magnificent gargantuan 30,000 health bacon barrier to do what every other warrior hammer build wishes it could do: waiting out enemy stability and other hard defensive effects. You see, there are many builds in the game that survive and thrive on rotating various blocks, evades, invulns and stabilities. We, however, on this build, default to gameplay formula I like to call gap sniping. Imagine for a moment that this timeline represents a fight with a Mesmer, who periodically casts a skill that gives him invulnerability. Whenever that invulnerability ends, there's a split second of time during which he can be CC'd, and while CC'd, he can't cast another invulnerability until his stun breaks. If we manage to land any of our CC skills within that window, we can hit confirm it into a full combo, forcing him to stun break or die from full health. This extends to all specs in the game to various degree. They all have respective defensive skills or ways of avoiding your damage, and we can do very little to them while they're using their strengths properly. However, we only need to survive until the first gap in the defense to punish them severely. And with our massive health bar and defensive skill access, such as counterblow, full counter and, well, staff in general, we always get enough time to get a chance at retaliation. And we also have enough bulk, enough mobility and enough presence to sometimes force mistakes from the way. And because CC'd enemy can't usually burst back, we can kill people from full health while we ourselves are very low, meaning our health bar limits us less than it limits most conventional warrior builds, especially in 1v1 situations. Starting to summarize, it is indeed true. We have to sometimes just wait out stability blocks, invulns, etc. But we have enough bulk and enough defenses ourselves to actually do so, and we can essentially cheat our way around conditions, or thanks to line breaker, occasionally around blocks too. Furthermore, we can hold a node against pretty much every spec in the game for longer than anything short of a bunker scourge, because people who try to contest node against us have to tiptoe around the risk of full health to death combo flying their way, so they end up carefully spacing around us, effectively never utilizing their full damage potential, through the sheer terror of eating that massive combo. And the threat of said punish can be extended again and again and again, because you can CC someone and pop rampage, or you can exit rampage into immediate mace combo. And you can always pause your combo, go to staff to buy some time, and combo from staff pool back into mace blender. And so, whoever's willing, grab whatever sticks you fancy and make the world your own personal drum set. Before we wrap it up, a big sign of gratitude to all the generous supporters, continuously considering my dubious quality content worth their money. You're all truly welcome. Crabface out.